like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Ripping hard and more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, whole place, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my devil, but I knew not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours. Steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see sun coming out of that rain. Mind say really my game. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. I'm stuck inside this prison, inside this cave. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
When winter hits, you've got to be ready to storm through the most extreme winter conditions. Introducing the LARUE D Series two-stage snowblowers, built to take on any challenge. Rise to the occasion with performance, efficiency, and precision with a choice of ribbon or dual auger conveyor. Select the optimal configuration depending on your work environment. 9 models ranging from 134 to 365 horsepower deliver precision casting combined with a solid stream, better handling, and a more stable ride thanks to unmatched power-to-weight ratio, and gained flexibility by side casting directly from the drum. The LARUE D Series has been designed to reduce operator fatigue, improve comfort, and lower your operating cost. Our LCD multi-language screen helps drivers operate more effectively and focus on the road, and enjoy better visibility thanks to an off-centered spot casting chute combined with an angled hood. All this, plus an optional wireless system to facilitate pairing with your wheel loader. Get the job done with our unique safety, design, and productivity features while experiencing virtually no downtime. Accomplish more by choosing among our many options available to meet your snow removal needs. Hydraulic tilting chute, enabling faster and safer unclogging. Telescopic chute extension for easier truck loading. Steering vane to help maneuver in and out of snowbanks. And LED lighting package, giving you a better view during nighttime operations. Experience ease of use and ease of service, so that you can focus on the work at hand. Featuring proprietary safety bolt design so that operations will run smoothly without damaging main components. Gain easy access to hydraulics and engine compartment. Boost the productivity of your snow removal operations with performance and efficiency. Storm through with LARUE.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live and in charge. A little fun, a little entertainment, little GT3 Series action presented by LARUE. no blowers. Make sure you get out there, of course. CANT degree presented by Lunatic Designs. Drivers out there warming up and getting things ready to rock and roll here for the 4th week of the season. And it is already turning into a great season as they go. Drivers out there warming up for the 5-minute pre-race warm-up. We'll talk about what we've got when it comes to this race. Week 4 at Sonoma Raceway. Here are the 12 turns of doom here at Sonoma. It's going to be a lot of spiciness when it comes to being on the racetrack. Drivers are very familiar with this if they're in the NASCAR sector, but if you're out there watching and you've ran Sonoma in the GT3s or the GTPs or the GTEs, it is a ton of fun. I like it. A lot of switchbacks, a lot of elevation changes, a whole lot. 2.47 mile length track's going to see the long configuration here at Sonoma Raceway. Track temperature currently 85 degrees on the track temperature. Again, 32% humidity, 67 on the air temperature, partly cloudy skies with a 15-mile-an-hour wind. We're going to see all the tires they want, but it's not going to matter. This race is only 30 minutes long when it comes to getting into this one, so it's going to be about maximizing what they have going on. 30% fuel for the drivers tonight as we get ready to go green flag racing. Sim 500 is the racing league that you're going to see here, and they put in an absolute phenomenal race, and it's going to be a ton of fun to see what they do. I hope you're all enjoyed it. If you have not gone out there and reacted to the stream, I encourage you to do so. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Multi-streaming across all the platforms that absolutely show up and put out. It's going to be an absolute blast. Well, I encourage you to do so. If you haven't done so, consider subscribing. If you have Twitch Prime, use that Bezos money for me. Use all that you can and do what you can. We appreciate you as always. Sim500.com if you want to be a part of this series, and they do have several weeks of racing left. They're going to go all the way to December 5th. It's going to be the final race of the season. Sonoma Raceway today. Road Atlanta next week for the 30-minute circuit, and then we're going to be at the Circuit of America's Grand Prix. Road America after that, so we got Road Atlanta, Coda, and then Road America for the next couple of weeks, and then Detroit Grand Prix, which is one of my favorite tracks to drive because it's like driving the Chicago street course. You're kind of just everywhere in the downtown sector. Ton of fun to see what these drivers are going to do. We're going to see the GT3 series. We've got some Corvettes, we've got some Porsches, of course, the Lamborghini, the McLaren, and of course the Mercedes AMG out there as well. No Audis out there tonight, which is curious.
Robert Church just super chat $4.99.
Churchy, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for Brian for letting me know. I didn't even hear that happen. Thank you very much, sir. So we got the Mustangs, the McLarens, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. A whole lot to be said. The Porsches, not the Ferraris, sorry, the Lamborghini, as they would say over the DDA fam. McLarens, Mercedes, we've got a BMW out there, a couple of Fords again. This track is so much fun. Sonoma Raceway. I know that a lot of people have a love-hate relationship for this racetrack. I love this racetrack. I love the elevation changes. It's a beautiful racetrack when it comes to just kind of the desert feel that you get out of it. And Sonoma is just iconic when it comes to the NASCAR sector, let alone what you're going to see here with all of these drivers down to the hot chute into the hot pit road. It is a hot pit road. That's exactly what it is. When these drivers get out there, they run, they're going to be hitting that pit road as fast as they possibly can. It's going to be a ton of fun to see. Got to miss this one, but one of you can make it at least, so we're cheering them on. I like it. Or cheering her on. I like it. Let's go Dog Box. Much love. I appreciate you, Diesel. All right, it is that time. Starting grid presented by the Sim 500 Racing Series. We're going to see a good race. Kevin King's going to be your pole sitter. 2 wins on the series so far. And we're going to see who's going to be able to maximize the performance out there in that beautiful Lamborghini. Just one of my favorite cars in the world, the Lamborghini Huracan. The Chevy Corvette's going to be driven by Tommy Ryan on the outside. 18 is going to be P2 here tonight. Justin Fuller, Matt Spangler is going to make it row number 2. William Imshoff is going to have Wesley Donaldson there in row number 3. Groovy's going to be out there with Sweetheart. And row number 4, E.J. O'Rourke will have Price Azari out there in row number 5. Robert Fryery, Rich Swavely in row number 6, row 7. As I move down this one, I do apologize. Let me move down the grid. There it is. There's the button. Row 7 will be Mike Kelly and Anthony Callantoni. Corey Wolf will see Lane Phillips out there as well. Progar is going to have Tyler Dalton. Yeah, the next Lappin is going to have, or LaPon's going to be out there with Glenn Campbell in row number 10, row 12. Row 11, I can count today. Cullen Johnston, Chad Coleman, Brian Wortman, Wes Pistole is going to be out there in that 94 in row 12. Row 13, Tyler Muller, John Fowler, Nelson Rivera, Greg Hammond, Joey Jatina, and Mark Jorgensen all the way through row 15. Paige, that's your gal. I like it, Paige. And if I'm saying her name incorrectly, I do apologize to Paige. We like to make sure that we do what we can. Good strength of field tonight. Good set of drivers, 30 of them to be precise. So this one's going to be a ton of fun. Good to see the BMW getting some love out there. We do like it. The L99 has some fans out there. We love to see it. IndyCar circuit, we like it. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mr. Church. I appreciate everybody out there. Again, if you haven't liked the stream, please do so. Thank you to our friends over at Chop Shop Racing for being out there, of course, and being a part of the Signature Esports platform. Mandarin Racing, Dark Horizon Fishing, of course, Beef Jerky Unlimited, and our good friends over at the CNL Carpets, and just everybody that helps put this together and keep this thing rolling. We will be looking for our 2025 sponsors who would be a part of that. All you got to do is make sure that you reach out to me. We are booking early, as we're already filling up our stream schedule. Wednesday night seems to be booked for the entirety of 2025, so we have that one locked in. I know Chop Shop's got several leagues already. They've got me locked in for a few nights, and pretty much just constantly staying busy. Dog Box is the team you founded. You'll be seeing more of you guys allowed. Okay, perfect. Majority couldn't make it tonight. It's all good. I look forward to seeing it. Kevin King going for his 3rd win on the season here tonight as the LARUE GT3 Series gets ready to kick off. It is going to be an absolute masterful race. It's going to be an absolute beautiful time. And every one of these drivers will be looking at it. They'll come around to the big sweeping turn where pit road entry is. And, of course, one of the most dangerous turns on this racetrack, as we'll see these drivers hit the turn, hit the horseshoe, pitter patter. Let's get at her. How about it? It's a roll and start here for 30 minutes. Drivers are ready. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's do the deal. They're going. They're green. Up through the S's. Turn 1, turn 2. Very busy. Side-by-side racing for the lead is King. Edges out just a little bit here as they get into the uphill section of turn 3 and 4. Over the berm they go. Driver off already. William Schaff off the racing surface. No fast repair here for any one of these drivers. Schaff back on the racing surface. Good to go, has to move forward. Schaff dropped all the way back to 19th here as he looks to the inside of the 38 of Chad Coleman. Coleman and the GT3R, the Porsche 992. Kevin King leads here in that Lamborghini. Tommy Ryan and second. Justin Fuller having a better start to this race. That Mustang very fast and throughout. This series has been very competitive, so we'll see how he works out. Got a win last night, the old 5-1. He is in that truck series. Drivers coming around. First lap about to be complete, and it is already busy. Paige off track. Hold on to it, Paige. We want to make sure you're good to go. She is battling there. Side-by-side racing. Callantoni. There's Paige. Paige up and through the gears. Coming across the stripes. Going to get up into turn 1. Turn 1. The sharp left-hander goes up the hill. Turn 2 is going to be the right-hander just outside. It's almost a blind curve. Page almost clear. He is going to be clear. Turn 3 is going to be the downhill section right here as they hit the dog leg. Pistole's going to be on track, but Page rolling. We did make some changes to some driver cams, so we're going to see exactly what these drivers can do as they do it. Page inside the top 10. This is not a track you can sleep on. A lot of grip, a lot of race line all the way out. Pushes the tires out. You're going to see a lot of drivers get off track here tonight, and that's kind of the way it works. King out front. King, Tommy Ryan on the Corvette. Good looking number 18. Tommy Ryan finished inside the top 3 last night as well. Strong car so far. 2 seconds to gap, or 1.5 seconds to gap right now, as Justin Fuller holds a 2-second race line just behind as they go. Calantoni off the racing surface. He's a little bit slideways in front of Mike Kelly. And Richard Swavely. Swavely driving the mellow yellow McLaren. Just had the 84 take his front nose clip off. And man, what a way to look at that. Swavely back into the mix. Fastest lap of the race just ran 1:29.17 for Kevin King. 3.5 minutes into this one. A lot happening here. Biggest winner of the race right now. One of them is going to be Tyler Muller, up 6 spots. Here comes Nelson Rivera up 6 as well. The AMG. Gotta love the Mercedes. I love the way the Mercedes looks. McLarens are amazing. John Fowler having an issue in the 48. A little bit off track, but he's good. JB Designs all over the back of that one. Brian Workman just ahead. Workman in the Mustang. Racing for souls for the 74. I'll always love his stuff. There's the 94 for the Ford Performance Ford Mustang right behind. Joey Gentina up 5. That's the 14 looking to dress it to impress in the Porsche here. Greg Hammond in the Corvette just ahead, and has a good look at Cullen Johnston. Johnston driving the McLaren 720. Little student driver action here for the 22. I like that paint scheme. Well, somebody just had an issue. Chad Coleman. Coleman backwards, losing the wing. As Nelson Rivera goes around. Let's see what happened to Chad. Chad comes around. Just gets free right there on that final turn section, about turn 11. And finds himself just in a bad predicament. So those things, they do happen. I'm going to go to the replay section to make sure that we're checking these things up. There it is. Ortiz. Bam. Tyler Muller having an issue. It's that same section right there. Heavy brake. Brake. Did he slide or did he get free? Might have overheated the tires here. Oof. Yeah, it was just a heavy stop. Chad Coleman on and off track. Wes having an issue right here. Let's take a look at this one. Up through the S's, down in the turn 4 section. NASCAR continues to go straight. Ooh, just a little bit slideways. Good correction there, able to get rolling back forward. Nelson Rivera is going to be at 8 as Kevin King runs at 1:28.90. Tommy Ryan 2.9 back as Tommy continues to try to press forward. Kevin King trying to go for his 3rd win. In for the clip, Bunchy. Much love to you. Genuine's nice. I know it's not all Porsches, right? And right now the Lamborghini's been strong the last 2 weeks. Kevin King put on a good show so far. Spangler, the top 4, exactly where they started. Justin Fuller right ahead of them as they try to press and try to do what they can here. Gruby's going to be 1:30. He just ran his fastest lap of the race. The drivers are getting used to the cars. The tires are coming up to pressure. Things are really starting to heat up, and drivers are getting a little bit faster, a little bit cooler track temperatures. Make this work. Vaughn just had it off track there, but he is still good to go. A little bit free on the corner of that GT3. Ford Mustang, little Merca action. Rich Swavely turned around here. Oh, he's got to hold on. John Fowler gets around him. Fowler working. Kevin King still pressing. 4 seconds the gap. Tommy Ryan holding on. This is a fixed series. If you want to get in around here, all you got to do is just, again, go to sim500.com, get out there and have yourself some fun. These are not long races. Chad Coleman having another issue. Like he jumped to pit road. Just a little bit free. He's got no rear downforce there. That makes for some issues. With no wing on the back bumper, there is no downforce. Never seen so many Mustangs in one. I like it. I think the Mustangs are beautiful in the GT3 series. I like the Corvette. I like seeing the North American manufacturers. Now, this is a North American section of racing when it comes to the tracks that they've chosen. All of the racetracks located in North America. So that's really curious to see as they run the state's nice section of road course racing that you're going to see. I do believe they had spoken about it. The next time that they run this series, they're going to add a few more international tracks as well, which is going to be kind of cool. Fuller getting a little bit stronger here. Groovy just ran his next fastest lap of the race, 1:29.92 on his last time by. Wesley Donaldson getting a little bit faster side-by-side racing as the driver Matt Spangler was just ahead of him. We'll see if that Porsche can get around this Corvette. Good battle here for 5th. So we'll take a look at what they've got going on. Corvette up into turn 1. Turn 2 back to the right-hander again. S is doing phenomenal here for every one of these drivers. Donaldson a little better in a couple of spots here where there needs to be rear grip. That's where the Corvette is outshining here. A little bit of front downforce here for Kevin King. He's doing fine, but again, Donaldson trying to close back in exactly where it needs to be. Spangler presses forward just a little bit. Glenn Campbell a little bit off track there. Looks to be fine. Campbell back in 16th. Looking at Tyler Dalton just ahead. Dalton in the 19. Every position matters. Every bit of grip matters. As we'll see Corey Wolf on the bottom side of the racetrack here in the LaRue 68. Really trying to work on it, work forward. Kevin King, 5.2 second gap here. As drivers look to try to swing this in a different direction. Most drivers will pit about halfway. Tommy Ryan still comfortable in second here. 3-second gap between he and Justin Fuller. Justin Fuller just ran his fastest lap of the race. Sonoma showing up. Let's talk about your top 10. Mike Kelly running out your top 10. It's going to be up 3 spots in that McLaren. Little JD on board. Paige Azari's going to be right in that 9th spot, up 1. Still trying to battle with EJ O'Rourke, who's just ahead. A little 3-car battle here between those two. John Sweetheart's going to be in that McLaren as well as he tries to keep that car on the racing surface. The more that you dirty up the tires, the worse off it's going to be. Groovy's going to be in 6th, up 1. And that 65, that Milwaukee Ford Mustang giving it best. Wesley Donaldson up a spot as well, trying to track down the top 4 once again, but has a whole lot of pace just ahead of him. As we'll see Matt Spangler, Justin Fuller battling it out here side by side as the 46 goes to the outside. Corvette trying to make a pass on that Mustang. Mustang able to hold off here as they continue to battle through the backstretch S. Justin Fuller in 3rd, right where he started. Tommy Ryan in 2nd, comfortable where he's at. 5.5 second deficit. as he gets a little bit faster each and every lap. Kevin King, the driver, 129.23. Mistake-free is what they have to be. That's what everybody's doing. Throw it on exciting. We're going to hydrate just a little bit here as these drivers continue to press. Going to be a ton of fun. I'll be right back. As somebody who's only done rallycross here, it's so weird seeing this new layout. I tell you what, we've driven the rallycross section here. We've also done the the NASCAR side of things, and not seeing them go all the way down to the tail end of this one. Now, this is the what they call the long course, which means they have that switchback where turn 4 is right here. They got 4A, 4B. They turn back inward instead of running the racetrack all the way out. Again, you have 130 feet of elevation change throughout this racetrack, and seeing them work is it's insane. It's insane to kind of look at them and kind of know exactly where the drivers are getting into each corner. Matt Spangler right where he's at. Donaldson back to 6th as Gruby sent it in. We watched that as we went on board there for a little bit. He went in and tried to clear a couple of drivers here. So up 2. Biggest speed of the race, 9 spots for Nelson Rivera. Emshoff went to pit road. Brian Workman having an issue. Just want to check in on that driver as Pistoli goes around. Workman backing up. Take a look and see. I think he just went into the went up into the turn 2. The turn 2 S's right here. Got into turn 3 and came down, hit the braking zone, and almost got into the back of the driver ahead of him. And that was I think that was Wes was the driver he got into. So able to kind of work it. LePon's going to be in that 64 working. Mike Kelly on pit road. Lane Phillips doing exactly that as well. As these drivers are cooking. They're cooking with gas here at iracing.com. Your platform for sim racing is, we see, just over halfway for these drivers. A lot of drivers going to come to pit road very quickly and try to knock this one out of the park. We'll see fuel, the biggest concern. Tires, maybe not so much. You don't want to see maybe a 20-second lap time because the fall off right now, only about 6 or 7 tenths of a second. So they're going to be pretty much pitting for fuel. Kevin King still out front. Tommy Ryan's going to be in second. Justin Fuller in third. Fuller, good battle here with Spangler as Gruby tries to close in. That top 5 getting tighter. Matt Spangler, 3,000 I-rated driver, still pushing forward as everybody giving himself some good justice. Sweetheart's going to be up 1. We're checking it on Paige. Paige has another spot gain. She's up to 8th right now with Robert Friery up 2. E.J. O'Rourke has dropped back a couple of that Mercedes AMG. Beautiful race car. Mike Assa, the former Formula Drift champion, is actually working on building himself a racing AMG. So if you haven't checked out the Daily Driven Exotics channel, you know he is working on that as well. Paige is going to get and get to pit road. We'll see everybody come in, hit that limiter, and do what they can. Fuel is that. Kevin King going as long as he can. Current 8.7 second deficit here. Tommy Ryan just did run a half a second a lap faster that last time by. Fowler, Rich Swavely having it off track. See about half the field working their way through. Bears giving us a like. What's up, brother? Good to see you, sir. The Lamborghini Huracan out front. The Corvette. When they added the Corvette, I had to buy one, right? I bought the Corvette whenever they released the Detroit Grand Prix as well. That whole package, I bought it. Loved it. And now they've got the GT3 Corvette, and it's just even that, it's that much cooler. King to pit road. Got to get yourself into pit road at pit road speed. It's 45 miles an hour, I do believe. Tommy Ryan, Justin Fuller making up some ground here coming to pit road. Gruby, Wesley Donaldson, I think we're going to see the last of the takers here pretty much for the pit road entry. This pit lane's getting busy. EJ O'Rourke coming down pit lane. Again, that big sweeping corner right there allows you to get some speed getting into pit road. So you kind of pretty much have to just manage that one. See your pole sitter hit his pit stop here. 12.5 seconds of fuel. That's pretty much it. Kind of getting lifted up, and it's kind of the way it goes. Tommy Ryan will try to now maximize what he's got going on. And definitely want to leave pit road with a head of steam and get yourself back up into the mix. I don't see any black flags for any drivers so far, but I do believe everybody's been able to make that work. If you didn't like the Mustang so much or love the Mustang so much, you'd be running the Vet. I think they're both very cool. I'm gonna tell you, folks, the Huracan is my favorite. My favorite car. My midlife crisis is gonna be this car. And I say that. I say that very much. If I could afford to have one, right now I would have one. That's the management. Tommy Ryan gains 3 seconds on that pit stop. Justin Fuller able to extend himself and gain some of that time back as well. Spangler about 2 seconds back as pit road became exactly what you see it. EJ O'Rourke had it off track. He's going to lose a couple of spots here. EJ able to make that work, but Nelson Rivera continuing to press forward. I'm sorry, not Nelson Rivera. Corey Wolf pushing forward. Unless you wish there were more Lambo drivers, it's a 6G. I think it's great. The Porsche is pretty common. It's one of the fairest cars out there. Nelson Rivera having an issue. This is up in that. This is that downhill braking section again. Normally you see the NASCAR go all the way a little bit further. The car just looped around and finds himself in the grass. He holds his brakes and he does exactly what he needs to do here. Great job by Nelson Rivera. Was up a bunch of spots, now trying to work. Tyler Dalton just ran his fastest lap of the race in that McLaren. 131.36. Kevin King extending. That's the Lenovo. 29 working. Again, top 4 have not changed spots yet. But Gruby getting a little bit more out of it. When Campbell came in, I think he took tires when he came in. He was up 4 spots. Greg Hammond coming to pit road. And was up 10 at that point. Now your biggest mover of the race is going to be West here. As Greg might lose a spot here. We'll see how Greg Hammond does when it comes to the rebound. 9.5 minutes left as the drivers continue to go to work. Kevin King, 7 seconds the gap. Tommy Ryan, it's going to have to push it here as Justin Fuller closes in his gap a little bit. Gruby Spangler having an issue. Matt Spangler went around. Breaking into the corner. Break. Oh, Groovy got into him. That is not it fits, it's it situation. Spangler got into the corner a little high. Watch him hit. He pushes out just a little bit, tries to protect the inside lane just a little bit. Groovy put it right there to the inside, got into the throttle a little bit faster than the 46. So he's going to have to really work right now. Kevin King, a little bit of lap traffic. Tommy Ryan in second. Fuller's going to be in third. Ruby 4.5 back now is Wesley Donaldson. Trying to press. Sweetheart's going to be up 2. Page up to 7th now as Matt Spangler tries to close back in just a little bit more. Paige Azeri doing a great job for her first race. We'd like to see it. Sent it onto the grass right there. Glenn Campbell doing a phenomenal job. A little MGD on board with this driver. Let's go into the gyro cam. I like this look right here, right? Trying to maximize all of the lane. Kevin King, 7.8 second lead. Ruby gets around Fuller. Fuller had an issue right here. Oh, man. I don't know what happened. Maybe he just downshifted too much there. He drops back to 6th here. Wesley Donaldson trying to track down that Mustang, the 65. Work in the corner. Take her out there. Go Jay and Groovy. The vet was parked on that corner. Yeah. Still got back into the throttle. Those things happen, right? They're going to happen. Can't even be mad at it. And if he finishes in the top 3, we'll make sure we ask him about it. Still a lot can happen. King, 10 seconds now. King being dominant over the course of this series. Tommy Ryan having a good race so far. He might be able to talk to him 2 races in a row. Ruby's going to be up 4. Justin Fuller had a top 3 car all night long. Just made one simple mistake. Spangler back here trying to maximize where he's going. Page trying to close in to Justin Fuller. A little bit of lap traffic in between her. Wesley Donaldson working. Groovy holding on, 7/10 of a second difference here as Donaldson tries to close back in. Brooke Caratan, much love to you. I appreciate you for the follow. Sweetheart rolling up 3. Top 5 night for John here. 1185 driving the McLaren. The top 5, we have 5 different manufacturers inside the top 10, 6 different manufacturers. But the more important thing right now is seeing that the Lamborghini is going to be out front. Corvette 2nd, Mustang 3rd, Porsche is going to be in 4th. The McLaren 720 will make that pass right there. Fuller, Wesley Donaldson. Donaldson having a braking spot there that didn't work to him. And the disadvantage working. Schweikart up to fourth now. 3 seconds the gap with under 3 minutes to go. The top three just need to have a good set of corners. Just continue to press. About 2 laps of running still left as Kevin King will get around this corner. Coming around to the front straightaway. Get across that line. That's what's going to happen. There's your turn 12 right there. King, Tommy Ryan, Jacob Gruby's going to be right there in that third spot. Schweikart trying to maximize. Justin Fuller up to fifth now. Off two, started third, trying to close in with under 2 minutes to go. Kevin King, 13.5-second lead. Tommy Ryan over his competitors behind him. Put some distance between he and the 65, 5.6 seconds, as it would be. Jacob being closed in on the one here. The 65 goes to work. Justin Fuller closing back in here. Off track, man, oh man. Missed the corner there as Donaldson will go back to the inside. That's to give up some of that time right there because that's still considered cutting the track. The off tracks on these ones, whenever the tires start to wear out and the brakes start to give way, insane. Kevin King just being dominant here. 20 drivers on the lead lap. There's Cullen Johnston in a 13. The McLaren doing a great job of maximizing. Here is your white flag lap for Kevin King as the final minute ticks away. This one will go to Kevin King, trying to get his third win of the series. As everybody showed up in droves, putting out tonight. Gruby, this is Jonathan Schweikart behind. Gruby just needs to maximize here. Jonathan closed it a half second right there from turn 1 to turn 3 here. Up through the S's, down into the corner. Turn 4 is going to be the right-hander right here. Mr. Dudley, much love to you. 1.3 seconds in closing. The battle is on right there. Can he close it down for the final section, final back half of this racetrack? I think Jacob might have this one nice and swiftly here if he can get himself into the final section of this racetrack. 65 maximizing, but there is the one. Jonathan trying to put it one more time, carrying some speed. Gruby in the Mustang. Nelson Rivera, Kevin King coming around, takes the checkers, gonna win here. Tommy Ryan coming around the final corner. And here it is, a half second to the one, through the gears. I think Jacob's got this one. But a great race there at the end for the one. Jonathan, fantastic race to get himself there. Just need a little bit more time. Kevin King's your race winner here tonight. And phenomenal look there. Page will cross 7th. Spangler just crossed. Fryer, Reed, Mike Kelly, your top 10. Good little end to that one. Good little finish. We'll keep it on exciting. Drivers are still finishing this race. See Glenn Campbell back here. He's still working on coming around. He's got a 16th place finish tonight. Wes Pistoli's going to be coming around as well. These drivers doing a great job. It's a tough racetrack. It gets kind of grindy and slippery and very gritty racetrack. We like it. Jason LaPon's going to be finishing in 18th. Tyler Muller in 19th. And then the last driver on the lead lap, Nelson Rivera, finished just off the lead lap. Kevin King, your race winner, as this one goes to it. What a good end to this race. Congratulations to the drivers. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So much fun, I lose my voice every time. Here's your race results. Take it to LaRue for coming on board with the Sim 500 series, giving him these GT3s a good look. Third winner of the row for Kevin King. Actually, let me take a look and make sure I was correct on that one. Sebring, Kevin King won. Yep, third win in a row here at Sonoma. Tommy Ryan will be second. Jacob is going to be in third. Sweetheart, Wesley Donaldson, your top five. Justin Fuller, Paige, Azeri, Matt Spangler, Robert Friery, and Mike Kelly is going to be your top 10. Phillips, Progar, Wolf, EJ O'Rourke, Tyler Dalton, your top 15. Glenn Campbell, Wes Pistoli, Jason Lapan, and Tyler Muller, Nelson Rivera, your top 20. 21st, Cullen Johnston, Brian Worthman, Greg Hammond, then Rich Swavely, Amshoff in through 25th. John Fowler, Jatina Coleman, Tony, Mark Jorgensen through the tail end of this one. It was a good race. And apologies about my voice. It is, it's going. It's going. We'll talk to the man who goes 3 in a row here at Sonoma and in the GT3 series. Did you reach out for the advice again this week? Walk me through it. Congratulations on the victory. This one was done. This was fun to watch. And pit road, they caught some time on pit road, but able to be consistent here. And talk to me about tire wear too. I think that's the next biggest question. But walk me through your race and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Last night I did the typical, let me see which car is comfortable. And once again, I was faster with this car. So it's just what I chose. I was told, I asked Parker, I was like, hey, what do you think about for Sonoma? He's like, I think their Lambo will be good. And I said, okay. So I started with that and kind of used that as my benchmark. But yeah, the race was pretty, straightforward. I really like this track. Obviously, I have a lot of laps of most of the track, not so much of this layout because it's more the road layout, but had a pretty good gap and lost, I think, 2+ seconds. I started in second coming out of the pits for some reason. That didn't help because it doesn't go anywhere. And I probably didn't attack too much on entry just so I wouldn't smash the wall down. So definitely gave up some time there, but I felt like I had a good enough gap to where it shouldn't have mattered too much and just ran the next 8 laps or so. Try to stay clean and took it about home. It was fun.
Sonoma's a great racetrack. I applaud this racetrack in every configuration it has. It's just it seems like it's a racetrack where whether it's hot or cold, you're on edge. If you can find grip, you feel like you're utilizing every bit of the racetrack. And tonight, whenever I was looking at kind of how lap times progressed, I mean, just about a second fall off, and so that means that the track temperature was good enough for grip.
Yeah, and I think there were some laps where I don't know. I was trying to watch the game at the same time, and I completely just missed some corners. And if you miss some corners, and you can't really get it back, you have to be really smooth and consistent all around the track. It's not like you give up 3/10. Like, I'll just get it back in this corner. It doesn't really work out that way. So I felt like I could have run consistent low 29s if I wanted to push the pace. I wanted to get closer to a fuel window because I was on the verge of not making it, and I actually ran out a couple stalls before, which kind of probably made me even slower because I was just kind of cruising all the way through. Wasn't really managing tires too much. It felt really consistent. The track temp was, hotter than normal, which is awesome. Always love hot track temps, just kind of changes things up a little bit. But yeah, definitely did change the way that I drove for the most part. And like I said, made a mistake. It wasn't something you could just get back. So I just, try to make sure there's a few parts of the track where you're, if you go too hard into one, you spin out. If you go too wide in the right hand kink, like, you can spin out. So there's a few different spots in the track where if you just overdo it just a little bit trying to make up time, like, it's very easy to end your race. And I figured there was no real reason to try to push it. I just, just ran laps and brought it home.
The way it looks, man, it's going to be fun to see how Road Atlanta goes. I know that we've talked 3 weeks in a row. Somebody's got to knock the king off the podium here. That's the way I have to put it now. But what a good race! What a phenomenal race to see you guys get out here and put on. And I mean, hats off to you. 3 in a row, Kevin. Give your shout outs, man.
Yeah, you guys, everyone in the league, Joey for putting it on, LaRue for sponsoring it. I really enjoy watching the broadcasts, and like I said, road racing is different for me, so I really enjoy getting out here and doing things a little differently than normal. It's definitely fun for me. So each time I go out here, I feel like, man, I've never been to this track before. It's been a long time since it's been on this track, like Road Atlanta. I can't tell you the last time I've been there. I think I know what it looks like, but I can't. I don't know if I've been there in quite some time. Road America, I'm quite familiar with, but Road Atlanta, not so much unless it was on a console or something. So it's been a little while since I've been there, but I think that's what I enjoy about this is trying to figure out how to go fast, but then, also trying to figure out which car I like. It changes it up quite a bit, which, like I said, is very intriguing for me, and allows me to get back into the road side of things and try to get a little bit better the best I can. I'd always love road. And I just want to do as best as I can and get better each time. And, obviously find speed out there when I can. So, like I said, appreciate everyone for making this league what it is, for everyone coming out, and hopefully I can see you guys next week.
It's going to be good, man. Road Atlanta next week, and I look forward to seeing what can happen there. Kevin, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Kevin King, your race winner, is top dog right now. Tommy Ryan, though, comfortable, smart moves, smart racing, knocked it out of the park, does a phenomenal job of putting himself in a how do I put this? In a good case scenario all race long. Close in some time. Had some fun. It looked like you had some fun at least. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin was in a different class car or something. Yeah, and the main thing is I've done quite a few of road races like this, 30-minute time session things in another league, and it's just you go as hard as you can, but don't overstep. And, don't make mistakes and try to avoid as much traffic as possible, which means just get in line and go hard. And accomplished all that. Just I knew I would have. I didn't know I didn't have anything for Kevin, so it was just mainly just holding off Fuller and those guys behind me. So it was just maintaining the gaps and uh, hitting the marks.
Well, tell you what, you guys ran 20 laps on this racetrack in a half an hour, which is not necessarily as common as we we see. I mean, we were looking at kind of the race line and just the way the race was playing out, and being able to be on edge on this racetrack is probably the fine line between going and putting yourself in the dirt or keeping yourself into a true apex corner, because there's a lot of blind turns in here that make you feel as if you have to lift a little.
Yeah, you just got to be correct, and when I mean, you got a lot of confidence in tires and the car's drivability. So once you know you're correct, entering a corner, you can pretty much where your throttle point's going to be, and you're going to be fine exiting. So it's really just about not overdriving the thing, especially on entries. And you get the thing pointed in there right. Like I say, blind corner or not, as long as you're correct, you're not going to have any issues. You just go get it.
Well, you got after it today. I like the Corvette, by the way.
Yeah, they're factory right. I'm a huge Corvette fan. I have an old C3 and been a vet fan since I've been a little guy.
Well, one of the crazy things. So for those who know what the Mr. Strickland, much love to you. For those who know what the Mid America Corvette Fun Fest is, I grew up in Effingham, Illinois. After we moved from Mississippi when I was a kid, we lived in Illinois. That's where I graduated high school. And every year they put on the Mid America Corvette Fun Fest, and so Corvettes have been a staple of my life. So when they brought them to iRacing, I was all over it.
Yeah, me too, man. And especially I was like, man, when are they going to update the new one? And here we are. So
Yep.
This is great.
And you get a TT3 out of it too, so you know you don't have to worry about the overabundance of the ZL1. You get the you get a lot out of the car, and it's a ton of fun. So, I mean, my favorite car on the platform as far as GT3s go is the Huracan, but the Corvette is just the staple of things that I grew up and I grew up around. So I completely get where you're at, and you know, I like the look of this car.
Yeah, and I love the Lambo too. I did a lot of those in the 24 Daytona,
Mhm.
and we drove that car many times, and that was definitely a favorite of mine too. This one is just, it's not so unpredictable under braking like the Lambo was. I don't know if it's still like that, but this one just fits my driving style, and I love the car, so it's a good marriage.
I like it. I like it. You got to love what you drive, folks, because if you don't, then, well, let's face it. That's why I say that DDE, I live vicariously through DDE a little bit, because they have 3 of my favorite cars, but they don't own a vet. So, terrible situation. But Tommy, always a pleasure, man. Congratulations. You get a second place finish here tonight. Off to Road Atlanta next week, it's going to be unique because I haven't seen the GT3s on Road Atlanta in a hot minute. What's your plans for that track?
That's a fun one, man. There's 2 really good trouble spots, I'll say, that are probably going to bite some folks, but it's 2 really technical corners at the top of the hill after you go through turn 1. There's a blind corner up there, and there's another one that's a hard right hairpin. People typically overshoot, but love that track. Feel like I'm decent there. Hopefully, I mean, but everybody's going to be decent there, so it's going to be fun. I'll say that.
Well, we need to continue to see these 30-car fields out here putting on a show, because this has been a blast. I love these little 30-minute sprints because it starts to get interesting, and I'm like, well, I want more, but I want more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Tommy, much love, man. Give you a shout out. You got a P2 finish tonight, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for Corvette Racing and Northern Tool and Equipment. So I will see you guys at the next one.
It's going to be amazing. Tommy, talk to you 2 days in a row. That's awesome.
I'll see you.
See you, brother. That's Tommy Ryan coming home in P number 2. And where's Jacob at? Jacob finishes in 3rd. He had a good race there. And going back to that incident, like I talked about before, he put his nose there, and I'm not saying he did anything wrong. He was just into the throttle as who was it now? Can't even think of it. And it was just when it comes to being stopped at the corner, that corner, you're heavy on the brakes anyway. He just got tight and in front of him, went up the racetrack. Jacob was going to shoot that corner. He could make it stick, but the lane closed on him just a little bit. It's not. I think that's hard racing. I think that those things happen, and I still think that it was great. I mean, I would love to have seen if Fuller was able to stay up there. If he didn't lose the car in that corner, it'd have been great to see Fuller and Jacob go after it. So Justin and Jacob going after it in 2 Fords, it'd have been kind of cool. How about it? Lamborghini, Corvette, Ford, and then the Mustang, and then the McLaren, then a Porsche. Your top 5 are 5 different vehicles, and the Page in the BMW, and the 7th, Justin Fuller in a Ford right behind. So how about that? Yeah, 6 different manufacturers inside the top 10. Crazy and a good time. That was I'm telling you, folks, I absolutely 110% unequivocally love calling this series. Now, I know I'm going to be having a dirt series coming up in December. And if I get the chance to come back to having a road series again, I'm going to. Sunday after the AMP Racing series, we are going to be doing we are going to be calling a dirt road series. So if you folks have not seen the Pro 4s out there, then I promise you're going to enjoy what's going to happen on Sunday night after. So we're going to have a doubleheader on Sunday. Hopefully they've got interest in it because they reached out to me. It was the Spring Madness series. They reached out to me about calling that race, and I absolutely am thrilled because the off-road dirt or the dirt road, however you want to call it, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this series as well. I'm a fan of all these drivers putting in the effort. Jacob had a good car. Sweetcard had a good car. They had a great battle at the end. That was good to see. Jacob able to manage and do what he needed to. I think John just needed another lap. He was getting faster in that McLaren over the course of the race, just figuring things out, and that's what's great about it. This gives you these drivers get the chance to get the opportunity to figure the race line out, figure the drive line out, and just kind of put themselves in a great situation. So, phenomenal race tonight. Kevin King gets the victory. I think Jacob's not in, which we'll try to talk to him again. And gotta be a fan and be kind to people, folks. I don't have any skin in the game when it comes to calling the races. I just kind of call it with my own opinion. So always remember that opinions are like elbows. Everybody has one, right? And sometimes, too, it's weird. Kevin King wins it tonight. Thank you to LaRue. Thank you to Sim 500. Of course, thank you to all our sponsors and affiliates. And thank you to everybody for being out there and being awesome. So we appreciate you. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. I'm going to go eat some dinner, and I'm going to rest the voice. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Chop Chop Racing Cup Series. It's going to be good. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.